So there's been a lot of iPhones that come and go. There's not a perfect iPhone, although the 13 Pro is pretty much up there without iOS 15, of course. But there is an iPhone that I think is completely untouchable when it comes down to the longevity of this specific device. And I really do think the only iPhone that can really beat this is the iPhone 10. But as of right now, it's not really even close. The iPhone 6s, I think, is the most untouchable iPhone of all time. And it's funny because every time I talk about this iPhone, I think a lot of people think that this is just another one of those devices that was an S upgrade, because it completely was an S iPhone. But I think this was a massive difference from the predecessor to the successor. And on top of that, it is so underrated. You look at an iPhone 6s, this device doesn't get the praise that even an iPhone 6 gets. An iPhone 6, the best-selling iPhone of all time, one of the best-selling phones of all time. But the iPhone 6 came at a time where drama just ensued, and the iPhone 6s came to fix it. But many people didn't buy that phone because they bought the iPhone 6. So now that we're kind of caught up as to why the iPhone 6s didn't sell that well, a big thing to keep in mind is that the 6s is still supported with iOS software. Why is that important? Well, you look at the iPhone 6, which was its predecessor. The iPhone 6 came out in 2014. The iPhone 6s came out in 2015. The iPhone 6s is still supported with software, and it's going to end software support probably at 2022, summer. That's probably where it's going to go. So this device lasted from 2015 all the way to 2022, 7 years of full OS updates, and I have a feeling that Apple is going to still support iOS 15 probably for a year or two, maybe even 3 years after, like iOS 12. It's not a guarantee, but I feel like something like that could happen. Now the iPhone 6 does still get updates, every once in a while with iOS 12, but it didn't get the full OS updates like the iPhone 6s got. And I made a video a while ago talking about how I felt kind of bad for people who own the iPhone 6, especially trying to keep it for as long as possible, because that device did not last nearly as long as the iPhone 6s. If people just waited a year and got the iPhone 6s after, they would have gotten like 3, maybe 4 more years of software support and then the iPhone 6. iOS 12 came out, I think, in like 2018 or something. We're going to be 4 years into that update, just a couple of weeks from now. So that's a crazy thing in and of itself. And I do think that if you're somebody who wants to go and pick up an iPhone 6s, I wouldn't recommend buying it right now. But it is pretty impressive how different, the predecessor was to the successor. So ultimately what I will tell you is, I don't think there's ever going to be a phone like the iPhone 6s again, where it got so many more years of software updates from its, predecessor, essentially. Like I mentioned, I think the iPhone 10 is the only iPhone that can even come close, but ultimately I would be really curious to see what Apple does in the future with this type of phone. So in terms of that pretty much covers it up. If you guys have any other questions or anything like that, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.